Okay, so girl, what we not gonna do is cook a man a meal, bust it wide open, or do anything like that where you have to give yourself from another level to get that man to do something basic. You shouldn't have to reward your man to do something basic. Hey boo, it's Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's in today's video, I'm gonna be telling y'all the do's and don'ts of getting your man to help you clean up around the house. Now, the fact that I say getting your man is already like, what the freak, because he a grown man. You shouldn't have to get him to do anything, but the fact of the matter is these things happen with men. So don't think I'm trying to get you to manipulate your man or anything like that. This video is nothing like that, nothing about manipulation, just real talk as a woman to man, what needs to be done and what you should avoid when working with your partner to get these things done. Okay, y'all, so now that we got that out of the way, honey, let's get into it. So as a woman, it's really easy to worry about nagging your man. You don't want to sound irritating or frustrating or anything like that. Honestly, do not worry about whether you're nagging or not. Don't worry about it. Nagging is when you get to a point where you're saying the same thing over and over and somebody gets aggravated with what you're saying. So essentially, it doesn't matter how nice you are, how cool you are, how chill, how nice you're trying to be. If you're saying the same thing over and over, your man is going to register in that head as you nagging him. And I know this for a fact because it happened to me, and it took so much energy for me to try to be cool about things. I even tried to spin a little joke on it. I would have to take a deep breath sometimes to get my mind right because I was so angry before I wanted to say what I wanted to say. And my boyfriend, one day we were talking about it, and I told him, I'm tired of saying the same things over and over, and I feel like I'm nagging and I don't want to be nagging you. He said, well, that's what you're doing. So all the hard work I was putting in to not sound like a nag, he still felt that way. Don't worry about nagging him. What you do want to do is worry about what you want to say and what needs to be said. That's the most important. So next, what you don't want to do is tit for tat. And what I mean is,
baby, if you wash the dishes for me, then I will rub your back tonight.
No, we're not doing that. Do not offer your man something as a reward for something that he should already be doing or that he should know to do or something that's basic. We're not offering no rewards for something that you're supposed to do. I do the same thing with my daughter. She'll want a piece of candy or something because she ate all of her dinner. I don't mind giving you a piece of candy, but I'm not going to give you a piece of candy for the simple fact that you ate your dinner because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not going to give you a piece of candy because you brushed your teeth this morning. Things are a basic baseline that is expected. You don't get rewarded for that. I will thank you for that and show my appreciation for you and my love. Say good work, awesome, you're great, we're a good team or whatever. Yeah, sure, we can go about it that way. Praise can be given, yeah, because I'm thankful and I appreciate it and I appreciate you, but I'm not going to give you a reward. So do not offer some sort of reward for your man to do something that he's supposed to do. I saw this video on one of Steve Harvey's shows. I was just so blown away by what they were saying. You supposed to just bust it open for your man for him to take out the garbage.
Incentivize it for him, whether it's with food, sex, praise.
If you're trying to get your man to do something and you are struggling, all you have to do is cut a deal with him.
Bitch, what? I'm not about to do that, and y'all don't need to do that either. Do not go outside your means or offer your man a reward for something that needs to be done. Compromise. Me and my boyfriend have a plan of compromise in place. So when I cook, he'll clean the dishes, or if it's a night where he cooks, I'll wash the dishes. It's like a trade-off, but it's one that we're both okay with and is out of respect for both of us. I know couples where only the boyfriend washes the dishes, that's his thing because he's cool with it. And his girl does not like washing the dishes, so that's their thing. And she'll do something else in the household that he doesn't like. You got to make it fair. but you come to that by both talking out, you know, what you're cool with and what you're not. So it's some things that I might do that I know my boyfriend doesn't do, but we already talked it out and we both cool with it. So don't be doing no tit for tat type thing, okay? Just make sure you compromise. Nobody should be rewarded for something that they should be doing. Like I said, giving praise is something totally different, but we not offering no rewards for something that is basic, okay? 101. No, honey. And this next one is really big because I know some of y'all have probably tried it before. I definitely did, and it was a straight dud. Doing you. So don't stop doing you because your man is not holding up his part. By that I mean, don't start losing your glow. Don't stop doing things around the house that you normally do. Don't stop cleaning, because at the end of the day, you're just losing yourself, and it's not going to change anything. For example, when I used to do laundry, I would do every little bit of laundry. I would do every part of all of our laundry, you know, sort it, wash it, dry it, fold it, and I would just leave my boyfriend's stuff on the couch on his area. So all that he had to do was put it away. That's all he had to do, and he just would not put his laundry away. It would just sit there for weeks. So I was like, you know what, I'm just about to stop washing his laundry, period. I'm not doing his laundry anymore because he's not doing his part. Seriously, all this led to was clothes piling and piling and piling. So the things that I normally did, I was just doing. When I stopped doing it, the things just started piling up. So it drove me the freak crazy. But it sounds like a pretty solid solution, right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop doing this and I'm going to stop doing that because he needs these things to be done. These things are essential to him. They benefit him. So if I don't do them, he's going to need to do it, and he's going to need to pick up his weight. But that's not necessarily the case though, because even if he does get to it, he's just going to get to it in his time, which is most likely not your time. So you're still going to have to sit around and look at that mess or whatever is lingering because you decided to stop doing it. And I know it might sound like it, but I'm not saying this to say just continue to clean up after your man and do everything for him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you do decide to stop doing certain things for him, thinking that it's going to make him start doing more work, it's probably not going to work. So if you want to tee down on some of the stuff that you're doing for him, that's fine, but don't expect him to tee up because he might not. Had a little light in. What you do want to do instead is take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath, cool out. If you need to take a break from it, take a break from your household chores or whatever you're doing, and make sure that you talk to him. If you need to bullet it out, if you need to write that thing down on a piece of paper because he acting like he don't understand what the frick you saying, just go ahead and write it down. Just cool out. Take a minute to yourself, take some time off so that you can recharge. Because even if your man is in the process of trying to change, you got to understand that it does take time for a person to change. Sometimes it can, but it doesn't always happen overnight. So you have to try your best to, keep calm and pick your battles. That's going to be so important. So don't always just be ready to jump the gun. Just kind of try to take a deep breath and just take it one step at a time, because that's what you have to do, especially when you're dealing with somebody that is going through a process of change. See, I have one last tip and one piece of advice. So my last tip is just that communication is just the key, y'all. It's major key. It really will help get you through a lot of situations. Not only do you have to listen and speak when appropriately, you have to also just try to be aware of your tone. And I know that's so hard to do sometimes, especially when you're pissed off and you just keep saying the same thing over and over, but you really have to be aware of how you're saying things. So if you see something and you feel like he knows this should have already been done, just try not to come out the gate like, why you didn't do this? Or, I thought I told you the blah blah blah. I thought you said you was gonna da da da. Just try to cool it a little bit. Just take a deep breath. Just think about what you want to say first and then say it. Because starting off in an agitated way, communicating in that way, is really just going to set the fire off immediately. It's just going to add more fuel to the fire that's probably already burning. So that's just a communication tip to keep in mind. Sometimes it might just be about the way that you are saying things to your partner. And the piece of advice I just want to leave you with is you have to know what's important to you. So how big of a problem this is in regards to how important it is to you is something that you really need to think about. Like, I know for me, living in a house, especially where we have children, I'm not trying to be a part of a unit or a team where I'm doing all the work by myself, where I'm doing all the cleaning and all the cooking and everything else. So for me, if my boyfriend was to not get it together, as amazing as he is in so many other areas, we would not be together. We would just not work. And I know there's a lot of people out there who would say I'm petty, or that's a ridiculous reason to leave my boyfriend if he does everything else that I would like for him to do, or because he's super supportive and everything else in a man except for that he just can't clean the house. But my thing is, you can say whatever you want to say, because for one, I know how important it is to me to live in a clean environment and be in a clean environment and not do all of this work by myself. I do not live in this house by myself, nor did I help create this child by myself. So I do not expect to do everything by myself. And if I do have to do everything by myself, then I might as well be by myself, doing work for 2 people versus doing work for 3, and one of those people being a grown person. And that's just how I feel about it. I'm not gonna let anybody change my mind or make me feel bad about that at all. That's something that you really got to think about and take into consideration for yourself. How important is this to you, and how much does it mean to you? Is this relationship worth you going through all that, or being at this level of happiness or unhappiness that you're in? Because I know, yeah, this may just be something that happens at home, but we spend a lot of time at home, especially now with the coronavirus and everything going on. I expect to feel at peace and be happy and have some of the weight taken off of my shoulders at home. So if that's not the case, then why are we together? That's how I feel about it. A relationship should make you happy, not stressed and tired and feeling like you're alone and you don't have any help or anybody to support you. That's not what I'm in a relationship for. So I feel like if you cannot help me and we cannot work together as a team to get these things done, then we're just not meant to be, because there are plenty of other people who will do what I'm asking to do with no problem, without me even having to ask. So again, don't worry about nagging or being a nag. Think about communication and how that will best work for you and your boyfriend or your spouse. Don't reward him for something that he should already be doing, or that you guys should already be doing together or having figured out together, something that should be done as a team. Instead, compromise. Come up with a plan and go about it that way. Don't stop doing you. Don't stop doing you or being yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself, and you have to be yourself and live where you're living, at least while you're there. So don't stop doing you. Don't stop your grind. Just take a deep breath, cool out, take some time off, and if you need to, just speak up and say what you gotta say. Just remember how important communication is. Sometimes it's not just about listening and speaking, it's about your tone and how you come off, about how you're saying what you need to say. So just think about that. And then lastly, think about and understand what is important to you. What is the most important to you? Is this something that you can live with, or can you not? Because if you can't, you don't want to, you don't have to worry about trying to culture somebody else to do something that seems like they should already know to be done, or that should just be easy. If you don't want to have to deal with it, you don't have to. You really don't have to. I don't tell people to just up and leave their partner when things are not going right, because I do believe if you really love that person and you want to be together, that you should at least try first. But if it's not working and it's making you unhappy, you do not have to stay. Just reevaluate your situation. Think about what's important to you most and make your decision based off that. But you do not have to stay with that person. You can leave. Just think about what makes you happy. I hope this video was very helpful to you and that you really got some key elements out of it. If you missed the first video, make sure you go back and listen to that one as well. 6 reasons your man is not cleaning. I really appreciate you. And until next time, I'm out.